Welcome! In this Whole Foods job application guide, I'm going to show you some great tips on how to get hired as quickly as possible. I'm also going to show you what it's like working at Whole Foods, the many jobs available at Whole Foods, the starting pay, how to apply, the application process, and some great tips to give you an advantage. The interview process, the minimum age to work at Whole Foods, whether Whole Foods drug tests you before you are hired, the job benefits, and some final thoughts on what I think about getting a job at Whole Foods. Make sure you like the video because it makes the YouTube algorithm help your friends and family members and people in general find these videos. And subscribe so you can stay on top of what kind of jobs are available for you, your family, and your friends. Okay, people who have worked at Whole Foods give this supermarket chain slightly higher than average ratings. Now here are the pros and cons. First, the pros. The pay is very good. There are many opportunities for advancement. Employees feel appreciated. Co-workers get along well and are friendly with each other. 20 to 30% employee discounts, that's always great. Work schedules are very flexible. Medical insurance is inexpensive. Now for the cons. At times, you have to cover for other employees and the workload becomes difficult. Promotions from part-time to full-time are hard to come by. Some managers make it difficult for their employees. Haven't we all heard that? There are short breaks and hardly any chance of working overtime. Now for the jobs available at Whole Foods. The most common position at the store is the team member. There are many different positions where the employee is regarded as a team member. Now with this list below, just add the term team member to each of the following departments so you can see what's available. So you have deli team member, meat team member, grocery, bakery, seafood, produce, culinary, prepared foods, specialty, stocking, whole body, overnight, and sanitation. So what is the starting pay for team members? The entry-level pay for team members is $15 an hour. Now for the supervisory jobs. It starts with the associate team leader, which is like a shift leader. The team leader is the department manager. Then comes the associate store team leader, which is the assistant store manager. And the store team leader, which is the big cheese, the store manager. How to apply at Whole Foods? To apply at Whole Foods, you're going to have to do it online. And here are the steps. Just visit the Whole Foods career page. I've included a link below in the description, and simply navigate through the website and click the Apply Now button once you find a job you're interested in. Now, when you're applying, here are some important tips. If you want to stand apart from the crowd of all the applicants who are trying to get a job just like you, make sure you upload a resume, even if it's an hourly job. While you're applying, try to pick only 2 to 5 positions, no more. Hiring managers want to see that you're focused on specific positions. If you try to cast a wide net with about 10 to 15 jobs, it's going to appear as if you don't know what you want to do and that you only just want to get a job to have a job. So also, select open availability during the application process. You want them to think that you're committed to working at Whole Foods and that you need to make yourself available for all 7 days of the week. This is going to give you an advantage over the other applicants. The application process. What is the application process and hiring process like? Well, once you apply online, you're going to receive an email within 24 hours that confirms you have applied. The email is going to give you all the instructions you need. You can always check back on the status of your application by clicking on the Returning Users link on the main career page. Whole Foods usually contacts applicants within the first week to schedule an interview. Be patient because sometimes it can take longer, but you can continue checking on the status of your application whenever you want to. If you're not selected for the position you applied for, Whole Foods is going to notify you either through a phone call or an email. If you're rejected for the position that you applied for and you feel strongly about your qualifications or your potential, call the store and ask to speak to someone in Human Resources. Alternatively, visit the store in person and introduce yourself. You'd be surprised at how effective this is in getting hired quickly at Whole Foods. And now for the interview process. The interview process is going to vary depending on which store and position you apply for. While some applicants get a phone screening or actually an interview with the hiring manager right away before they're hired, others may receive 2 interviews, including a panel interview, before they are considered for the job. Now, the timetable to get hired varies. Some people get hired within the first week, and some get hired anywhere between 1 to 4 weeks after submitting their application. The interview questions are pretty easy and they're very common, such as, tell us why you left your last employer, why is it that you want to work at Whole Foods, can you carry 50 pounds, tell us about your career goals, and explain how you would handle a rude customer. The Whole Foods hiring age. The minimum age to get hired at Whole Foods is 16 years old. Of course, 16 and 17-year-olds will usually work on a part-time basis until they've graduated high school. It's difficult but not impossible to get hired at the age of 16 or 17. Whole Foods prefers hiring adults. Does Whole Foods give you a drug test before they hire you? Occasionally, entry-level team members will get drug tested before they're hired. This all depends on the store and how they conduct their business. For management or corporate positions, you can fully expect a complete background check as well as a drug test before you get hired. Benefits. Whole Foods offers its full-time workers a comprehensive benefits plan. The co-payment for these health, dental, and vision benefits are fairly low. As a full-time worker, you can enroll in a 401k. And surprisingly, Whole Foods does not match in any way your 401k contributions. However, eligible full-time team members can take 100% of their unused paid time off and convert those hours into dollars on a yearly basis. The coolest part is that you receive a 20% discount when you become a full-time team member. And after working there 6 months, you may be able to bump that up to 30% off. Here are my final thoughts. Whole Foods has an excellent reputation as far as the working atmosphere and the quality of people they hire. I have always known that when a company hires the best possible personnel, it usually means you're going to have better working conditions and a happier workplace. When you factor in the fact that team members who have worked there for 2 to 3 years are making an average of $30,000 a year already, that's a very good sign. Another major plus of Whole Foods is that someone looking to climb their way up to management has all the opportunity in the world. This is without a doubt one of the best supermarket chains to work for. So make sure you come with your A game when you apply. For more awesome job application videos, click this to your right, and to subscribe to this channel, click this button to your left.